Arguments on the internet is scary, and it's no secret that, if someone doesn't agree with you on the internet, it can be very dangerous because they can go on like a freaking full-fledged civil war happening, and you'll just be in a never-ending freaking argument like Doctor Strange meeting Dumandu. So, yeah, it's no secret. So there were a lot of ways people trying to avoid arguments. One way is just basically just ignoring them. So if you can just say like, okay, for example, I'm gonna go on Twitter and I'm gonna say, I think that this X show was a very good movie, and then you just go about your day, and you just leave that thing back in the dust. And there's also another way people can, get away from making the arguments, which is not even doing it at all, just keeping it to themselves. And they use another secret plan, a secret shield, a freaking oopsie, like a freaking hidden blade. That's regurgitating. Now, regurgitating, I'm not talking about the freaking anatomy thing where food digests into your body. That's not regurgitating that I'm talking about. I'm talking about internet regurgitating. And that's basically taking the most popular opinion and just repeating it. So let's say, for example, Velma. Velma was a very horrible, bad show. I even made a whole video talking about it and how bad that show was. Now, there might have been someone out there, like some little guy with a brain that no one else has, and says that the Velma show was the best thing ever. This show was amazing. It was so good that my mom got back from the dead and hugged me again. That's how good that show was. There was no way in the world that that guy would say anything like that on the internet where he said, you know what, guys, I think the Velma show was amazing. It's amazing. And we all know that the Velma show is objectively bad. So, most likely that person will probably regurgitate it and say, you know what, guys, the Velma show was bad. Like, it was a stinky one. It wasn't the best show of all time. It didn't change my life at all. It was okay. And then he just goes by his day. So then he gets a lot of positive reviews and say, oh yeah, man, yeah, we support you. Yeah, man, go, yeah, yeah, we with you for real. And that's just basically what it will say. And that's kind of sad because you can't really get your opinions out that you want without facing freaking commenters and bad boys out there just having a full-fledged argument with you because you can't share your opinion on it. And I feel bad because for some reason right now I feel like I'm one of those people who has to regurgitate something, and that's with a new show. Now this video isn't talking about this new show I'm watching. I might make a whole video talking about it when it's done. I'm not gonna say this show, but right now this show that I'm watching right now has a lot of bad reviews right now. Google reviews, Twitter, YouTube, all those things, even the freaking trailer on YouTube. So, it's not good. And actually, so far, I actually like this show. Like this show, I actually like a lot. I'm not gonna say this show because that's something for like the verdict I'll make, but I'm really like regretting making that. Like actually just saying that like I actually like the show. I can tell you all the good things I like about the show, but I know deep down below that there were gonna be people out there who's gonna be making big arguments because my opinion is not the same as theirs. And that's sad. Like, I can't make opinions on the internet anymore without some guy or gal out there freaking starting an argument with me, and then, it ends up just being an infinite warfare over basically nothing, because we all know that internet arguments are just nothing. They're zippy, zippo, zippo. So, yeah, it's sad. So, people can't just, you know, say things that they want to say without some dorkhead just freaking going, well, actually, you know what, this opinion is wrong. No, no, it's wrong, man. Get out of here. Get out of town. You suck. Everybody, come to this guy's house. Get him, jump him. We are the freaking NFL football team. We're gonna jump this guy, And that's scary because there were actually some cases where some like internet argumenters got freaking killed in a fight because of what they said online, because some guy didn't agree to like what he said. Like imagine saying on the internet, for hypothetically, for example, this is hypothetically, let's say if someone said, you know what, guys, I think mayonnaise is better than mustard, And then there'll just be one guy who says, actually, no, you're wrong, your opinion is wrong. You should actually like mustard because mustard is overly the better thing over the mayonnaise. And if you eat mayonnaise, you are a dokehead, get out of my face. And you also like to suck pee-pee, you know, those things. So then the guy who originally commented that would say, actually, no, I like mayonnaise because, and then the other dog said, no, like mustard. You're supposed to like mustard. Why aren't you liking mustard, huh? Your opinion is wrong. You know, something like that. And it's sad. People can't do that. And next thing you know, the guy who's like, you should like mustard better, comes up to his house and goes, you know what? This is what you get for liking mayonnaise, freaking Conor Kenway beat his butthole. And it's sad. It's crazy. People can't have opinions safely anymore on the internet. And that's the sad thing. So there are people out there who have to regurgitate things or just keep silent at all times. But there's very few people who have to regurgitate things out there. I'm so sorry for you because I feel like I have to do that too. That's why I'm trying to keep my verdicts very non-biased. Like I'm trying, I'm keeping it very biased to myself because that's my opinion, and I don't have to freaking say, you know what? Since majority of the public likes this thing, that means I have to like it as well. There are some things out there that I don't like that a lot of people like. For example, anime. I'm not someone who's big in anime and all that. I'm not someone who doesn't, sits down, shaking in bed thinking about like the next anime I'm gonna watch. Like, oh my god, anime. Just laying down my bed, can't sleeping, like a freaking insomnia attack happening, where I just can't stop thinking about a freaking anime I just saw, where a fight happened. I'm not like that. So that's things that I can't even say because if I say I don't like anime, I know there's gonna be a bunch of weebs in the comments below saying, "Yeah, you should like anime, watch this anime." And that's what I'm doing. I'm actually watching some anime, and I like that. That's cool. So I'm actually getting into anime now. I'm in the beginner phase of watching anime. So, maybe sometimes regurgitating things does help a lot. Or maybe there were some times where arguments do end in a good way that can help you. But that's very, very, very rare. But it's just sad that people can't have, just nice opinions on the internet without some guy, arguing with them. And then it's not funny, just like, no, like, agree to disagree, just not, okay, man. Or like, like positive criticism, hey, man, this is a good opinion and all that, you can have opinions. But, and then you rebuttal that statement. You don't just go out there, hey, you know what, man? Your opinion is dog shit. Get out of here. I'm sorry for my language, but your opinion is bad. Get out of my face. You suck. If you like this thing, you are amazing. And if you like that you like, you suck. Get better and better. And it's sad. Like, you just can't have your opinions anymore, so people have to regurgitate things. I think I can say with a lot of just like observations and inferring, I feel like you can say like the biggest regurgitator out there. Now I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. People might freaking say, Stealthy, I'm gonna unsubscribe from you. You suck. I'm better. Flip them off. Hail whip. Do that. And then like turn away. I understand that. I don't care. Unsubscribe. I don't give no crap. But I will say, I think that the biggest regurgitator, in my opinion, is Penguin Z0 Moist Critical. I feel like him, as a content creator, regurgitates some things, and most likely a lot of things. Because usually, like, the most popular opinions about things is basically what he says. So if he says, like, I think that The Witcher 3 is, well, that's like a real thing where he actually says, like, well, a lot of people like The Witcher 3 and he doesn't like The Witcher 3. But usually, let's say, for example, his, like, moist meters, there are some things out there where he says, most of the time, if someone hates it, he probably hates it. And if a lot of people like it, he'll probably like it. And usually he just regurgitate things. But, that's not 100%. Don't quote me, I'm probably dead wrong. People can be wrong. But what happens on the internet, if I'm wrong and people say, you're actually wrong, you suck, I'm gonna freaking get scandaled and put on the freaking Sunny V2 list where he'll freaking make a 10-hour documentary about how Stealthy, what do you mean, is the worst content creator known to existence. So it's kind of sad that people just can't have the opinions on the internet. And I just want to make a video talking about, like, just regurgitation. It's a bad thing that people have to do in order to survive on the internet. It's sad. And, I just want to talk about that. So basically the whole reason why I made this video, the TV show I watched was good, and a lot of people who watched it did not like it at all. So yeah, hopefully, I just want to spit my balls, just yap a little bit, just give my own perspectives, my opinions, and all that. So yeah, I don't really got anything else to say. Thanks for watching.